What's up guys, welcome to the episode of Mike Life. Today we're going to be doing a video on a inverter generator. Little backstory on it. I already had a generator here, a Duramax. I think it was the 13,000 EH, but that generator wasn't an inverter generator. And my batteries that I got here to charge the house, if there is a hurricane or something and power goes out and it's more than a few days, these batteries ain't gonna last. I do not have solar, so I need a way to charge those batteries. The regular generator couldn't charge them because it's dirty electricity. The inverter generator is clean electricity. So even if you don't have batteries and you want to power up your house, you're better off using an inverter generator. It gives off clean power, and with a regular generator, you have a chance of it burning out your electronics, computers and stuff like that, your refrigerator, your stove, and so forth. So to be safe, an inverter generator is the way to go. So I sold my generator on Facebook Marketplace and bought this Westinghouse. Right there, it's the iGen11000DFc. It's a dual fuel, so you can use gasoline or propane. For me, I'm gonna primarily be using this propane. And with propane, you get 8,100 watts running. Peak is 10,000 watts. My batteries that I have there, I need at least 7,200 watts to charge them at max strength and get them charged quick. And you can see this one here does 8,100 watts with that propane, so it's gonna be perfect. And if I wanted to use gasoline, I could do up to 9,000. So I did buy this off of Amazon. No, it wasn't sent to me. I bought it off of Amazon, and we're gonna do an unboxing. All right, let's get this open. All right, slice it. And the good thing about this is it comes with oil. It comes with your battery. There's no, you could pull start it, but you don't need to with this. As long as you trickle charge your battery, you'll be good. So there is some assembly to do with this. You do get a user manual. You get the back wheels. These are plastic, but they are rubberized. Yeah, they do have rubber on them. Very nice. So we got that. These are the feet for the front. So it's only 2 wheels on the back side of it. Got oil. This is 10W30 oil. Over here, you're gonna have tools. Oh, they also give you a way to fill the oil. Yeah, look at this. They give you the tools and everything in here. Very nice. And over here, we got the propane hookup. And if I'm not mistaken, this does not have a quick connect for the propane. I wish it did. One thing I wish I had was quick connect, but that's fine. All right, let's get this stuff out. Oh, almost forgot, they also provide you with the handle. And I think in this box, there might be the hardware for that. Oh, this is the charger. I totally forgot about it. So with this, you don't need to get a charger to trickle charge it. You could just plug this in and plug this into the unit and it will trickle charge your battery. Very nice. All right, let's pull this out. How am I gonna get this out? This is huge. All right, we're gonna have to cut the box, get it out. All right, so I'll do that. I won't bore you guys with that. I'll get it ready and we'll do the install. We'll put the wheels, the feet on there and so forth. All right, here's a closer look at everything. Like I said, engine oil, propane hookup. These are the front feet, right? They are rubberized. Your wheels, the back wheels. Over here, you're gonna have a user manual, some other paperwork here, maintenance guide, replacement parts, so you get your replacement parts from them, and something else here. Oh, product registration, and I think something here for the batteries. Oh, this also has a remote control to start it, which is right here tied up. Got to get it out, but yeah, you do have remote control. Very nice. Then, like I said, over here, this is going to be to charge the battery, keep it charged up, topped off, and a bunch of tools, some hardware, and your handle. So first thing I want to do is put on the handle, only because I'm by myself and I need to kind of lift it out of this so I could get the front feet and the wheels in there. So this side just goes right up. Here you have to pull this, bring it forward. And then what you're gonna do is slip that in. All right, that's in place. You see it's locked up there. Now to secure this, you're gonna have 2 black bolts. So I'll put those in on this side and one on this side. Then the tool that they give you, you're gonna use that to tighten it up. Right here's the tool. Hand tighten it, get that in. All right, this side's secure. I just gotta give the other side another turn. Handle's in place. Now to get this handle down, all you do is pull and it drops. So right now it's not gonna drop underneath, obviously, because the wheels aren't on there. So I'm just gonna lift it up because I need to like pick it up a little bit and get it off of here. So as you can see there, I lifted it up and I got it sitting on the styrofoam. Now, because of the way it's positioned, I can get under there and put those front feet without, you know, messing around with the weight of this. So let's do that. Then I'm gonna wedge something on there so this way I could lift up the back off the ground so I can put the wheels on the back. Hopefully this thing doesn't fall right on my hand. Okay, that looks good there. So you got 2 of these silver ones. Those are the only nuts you get. You get the 2 silver and the 2 black. So pop that in. So now I could just go right under. Start tightening it up. All right, that one's in, and there you go. Front feet have been installed. So over here, I think what I'm gonna try doing is I got the wheel and the 1 bolt ready to go. I'm gonna try and just tilt it over and get it on. Let's see if we could do that. So I'll get this all ready. It's ready to go. Leave it right here. There we go. Just keep it like this a little bit. I should have grabbed the tool though, but whatever, I'll hand tighten it. All right, I got the tool that they provide. All right, that's good. And there you go, that worked out perfect. Over here, this is a panel that comes off. I'll show you guys that in a second. Let me get that remote off of there. And there it is, remote. I like this. Then right here, you can pull like that and pop it off. Over here is gonna be your battery. So the one thing we're gonna have to do is connect the battery. So I'll leave this off for now. Battery connection. Over here is gonna be your oil. This is where you fill from. Right here, there's this tube, which if you pull it out like that, which is pretty cool the way they did this. This is how you drain the oil to give it the oil change. Very nice. I love this, that they added this on here. Now, before I plug the battery in, I wanna put oil in here. Be on the safe side. So I'll just remove this. And it almost seems like there's oil in there. Interesting. I'm not sure if there is, but let me wipe this off and see. No, there's no oil in there. I think when they did a test run, obviously when they build these, they put oil, they fire it up, make sure it works. Then they drain the oil out of there. Yeah, because they won't ship it with oil in there. So I'm gonna use their funnel. Yeah, so I changed my mind. I'm gonna use my own. I went up in the attic, I found that I got it. All right, I'm gonna stick it right in there. Got my oil. I also have a rag over here. We don't want no spillage anywhere. Let's fill it up. Now it should take the whole bottle, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure it takes the whole thing. All right, so I got the whole thing in there. Let's do a little test. Put that in, pop it out. Yep, we are perfect. It's right where it's supposed to be. Awesome. So basically, it takes this is not 1 quart, it's 1.16 quart. So they give you just enough to fill it. So obviously when you do your oil change, you're gonna need a little bit over 1 quart. All right, so I got that in. Everything is hooked up here. Perfect. Any spillage from me, I've wiped down. Now, I'm gonna plug in that battery. Push that in. All right, we got connection. All right, that's out of the way. One thing I have to say is this keychain thingy that they give you, this thing is broken, doesn't even work. I wasn't gonna use it anyway, but I got my own. Let's put this panel back on. All right, it's all shut, and then we just lock it. So right now it's locked in place. There's the top of the generator. You can see here, it takes 7.92 gallons, 30 liters. Use fuel stabilizer for storage. Then it gives you an easy start instructions here. Very nice. All your stats are right over here. There's the other side. Let's unlock that. Open it up. You can see they do have foam on the panels for the sound. And inside here is gonna be your carburetor. You have your choke over here, which is automatic, but you could also do it manually. Your air filters are inside here. Not a lot of light here. Obviously, I'm against the garage door, but yeah, over here is going to be where you could, so basically give you a spot to service it. You have openings on the bottom for air to come in, and obviously over here for airflow, openings on the back. All right, so let's get this panel back on. Go. That's in and lock. All right, so we'll start from this side. Over here is going to be your GFCI. You got a couple of outlets there. Over here is going to be your 30 amp twist lock. RV port, whatever you want to call it. They also give you a 50 amp. Over here is going to be your 30 amp breaker and your 50 amp breaker. This is your 20 amp circuit breaker for this here. So these are the circuit breakers for these three. Parallel operation. So over here is for you to do your parallel operation. All right, they got the outlets there. So you could hook up two at the same time, parallel them. Over here is going to be your meter. You have echo mode button over here. Your digital display. Over here is going to be your carbon monoxide sensors, auto shut off. You can see they light up. Battery right here. This is where you plug in that battery charger to charge the battery that's in there, basically giving it a trickle charge. Over here is going to be your start button. This is your battery switch on and off. Over here is going to be your dual fuel. So right there's propane and gasoline. All right, so I'll keep it on propane for now. Right here is going to be your connection for propane, and they give you a little caution thing. Turn off propane source when generator is off. Over here you're going to have a reset button, and over here is a smart switch connector, which they don't provide for you. I'm not sure what this is for. This might be something to where you could tie it into your panel. I'm not 100% sure. And it's neutral bonded to the frame. So I think the next step is power her up. All right, got the generator outside. Gonna hook up the propane and make sure all these connections on here are all tightened. I noticed that this connection here was loose, so I had to tighten it up. Grab this end, attach it here. All right, hand tightened. There we go, that's good. Open up the propane, turn the switch on. Display is on over here. I'm gonna press this button. All right. It didn't start on the first one, it made a noise. Now it should start on this second time that it's tried. There we go. I have to say, this thing is quiet. Wow, it is quiet. All right, make sure everything is connected here. Looks good. All right, so it's on. Obviously, there's no load going to it right now, but we're going to do a test with load. But let's power it off. We'll do a remote test. All right, press on. There we go. Awesome. This thing is awesome. I love it. And I can shut it off from here. All right, so now we're gonna do a test. I want to start charging this battery. It's at 92%. I got the generator plugged in right there. The extension coming all the way over here. So now we're gonna turn it on. I'm gonna turn the breaker on. Actually, let's turn the breaker off. Let's put this in, make sure we got it correct, like that. Turn it on. All right, and you can see there, we do have input. There we go. There we go. Now I gotta go on the app. I might have it set to charge 1800. Let me go check. Now we got loud. I got it at 7200. Right there, you can see it. It's telling me to charge 3%. It'll be ready in 10 minutes. So it got very loud. Well, not very loud, but it's loud. You can see the vibration. Awesome. This is what I wanted right here, to be able to charge these batteries in case there's a power outage. Yeah, very nice. So Mike, what are your overall thoughts on the Westinghouse iGen11000 watt generator? I love it. Number one, it goes with the color theme in the garage with the blue. This thing powers up my batteries, which I'm very happy. It is a little bit loud, but not as loud as my other generator. So, and it is loud only because I was cranking 7200 watts into that battery, charging it. If you go 20 feet away from it, it's not that bad. Especially, I'm gonna have it on the side of the house. I'm not gonna even hear this thing going at full strength. Now, like I said, the only reason I have this is this inverter is so I could be able to charge these batteries so I could power up the house. If there's a hurricane happens, we got no power or whatever the case may be, I'll be able to do that. I have plenty of propane. Now, assembling it was easy, as you guys saw. It's a two-person job, but the way I did it, because of that foam bottom, you could actually maneuver it easily and do it yourself. Put the handle on first, so this way you could kind of lift it and it works out perfectly. I like that they give you all the tools, and they're not cheap. This is actually nice tools that they provide. They give you all the tools. They give you the battery tender or charger, whatever you want to call it, trickle charger thing that plugs right in. I love that. That's a huge pro that it comes with it. I don't need to mess around with putting my other trickle charger on the batteries to charge it. So I love that feature. Another thing, remote. I could just shut it on, turn it on, and turn it off from inside the house, whatever. I don't need to go up to the generator to do it. Remote. Am I gonna use it? We'll see when the time comes. They give you the oil, and the instruction manual is well detailed and easy. So all in all, I think I love this thing. Actually, I know I love this thing, and it's messed up that I'm saying this, but I'm actually looking forward to using it for the first time to power up the batteries or the house. So if you guys are interested in more videos on generators, leave a comment down below. Also, hit that notification bell icon to get alerted when I have a new upload up on YouTube. And I will have a link to Amazon. It's gonna be an affiliate link for that bad boy right there. If you guys are interested, check it out. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It just means that Jeff Bezos, owner of Amazon, has to give me a little tiny cut. So link down below, Amazon link for the Westinghouse iGen11000. Thank you all for watching this episode of Mike Life.